trouble for the Albany Water Board, and it's the customer who's getting hung out to dry. Let's get the facts first. The city's water board is drowning in unpaid bills to its vendors dating back to 2010. When the Office of Audit Control asked those vendors to double check what they were paid, more than a quarter had a discrepancy. When all the balances were totaled, the water board owed more than $1.5 million to its vendors. That is a lot more than the $653,000 the water board originally claimed it owed. Our Brandon Lewis spoke to the city's auditor tonight and joins us live from our newsroom. Brandon, this incident cost the board's CFO her job, and it's really cost taxpayers a lot as well, right?
Yeah, Greg, she resigned last month, admitting to the board she wasn't doing a good enough job of paying bills. And at the same time, the city's auditor began an investigation, finding the delays were hurtful to dozens of local businesses and cost customers. This is the city auditor's first audit of an accounts payable department in its 3-year history. It happened sooner than expected after vendors complained the water board wasn't paying its bills.
We were surprised that it was as much as it was.
Auditors found more than $500,000 owed, despite the board believing it only owed about a third of that.
Invoices were sitting on desks, and the chief financial officer wasn't pushing the invoices forward and getting them paid.
The report doesn't name the CFO, but water board minutes identify her as Barbara White. White resigned last month, admitting she didn't do a good enough job of paying bills.
If we're going to be a business-friendly city, we need to be a good organization to do business with.
The late bill paying cost taxpayers. The audit also found the board owed more than $46,000 in penalties for back taxes to surrounding towns.
Those penalties, they ultimately get passed on to customers?
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. It was $46,000, which works out to, we have about 30,000 water customers in the city, about $1.50 per customer.
The auditor says the real loser was at least 66 local businesses, some of which have waited up to 3 years to get paid and supposedly endured unethical requests.
One vendor that we know of was asked to change a date on an invoice so the invoice looked like it was more recent than it actually was, and they were told that they weren't paying invoices that were older, which wasn't true.
The water board tonight declined an on-camera interview, saying its commissioner is out of the office for the next few weeks. On the phone, though, they tell me all the bills are paid up, and it wasn't a matter of not having the money, just bad bookkeeping. The auditor now is keeping a closer eye on things to make sure all the problems are fixed, and hopes a new computer system that's planned citywide will prevent this from happening again. Live in the newsroom, Brandon Lewis, CBS 6 News.